Hello! Welcome to the Local Connection with the Givlin Gals. We're so excited today to have Piotr Filipek from Filipek Photography talking to us today about visual storytelling for the digital age. We're so excited to have Piotr here. Welcome to the Local Connection with the Givlin Gals, where we unravel the secrets of successful marketing with passion and purpose. I'm Jen, your guide through the dynamic world of business strategies.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Local Connection with the Givlin Gals. Thanks for tuning in. Today we have Piotr Filipek here, our beloved feature family photographer, and we love him for all things corporate and just a beautiful human being on storytelling in a digital age. Piotr, thank you for being here with us today.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I appreciate you having me.
We are so glad you're here. So I have to ask a question. Whatever got you into the visual storytelling?
It went back to university when I first got into the whole world of cameras and stuff. I was working at the campus newspaper, and the first time I saw my name in print saying photo by Piotr Filipek, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. And then from there, I was trained all by photojournalists, which means story comes first. So what is the story you're trying to tell with your photos? And that's where it comes from.
So what's your favorite type of storytelling now? Like, who's your favorite type of individual or group to work with?
Oh, anyone that wants to communicate with their customer, really. It's trying to, you want to make a human connection with your viewer, and everyone has an amazing story. They're just not sure how to tell it properly. And that's where I come in. I try to guide, suggest, and then help them create these images to be able to communicate to their customers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can attest because Piotr and I, we're all in the Neighbors of Aspen Woods, Neighbors of Bears Paw, and Altador Living publications. Jen and I being the publisher, but Piotr and I connect and chat all the time too because I'm the content coordinator. So I'm writing these articles here, and Piotr is the beautiful human being going to capture these families. And every single time, because I'm writing with the families, they always are celebrating how amazing it is to work with you, how easy it is, how fun it is, how you take them out of their shell and they're not uncomfortable. So as someone that is maybe considering, because there is the corporate side that you're doing and the family stuff. So on the family side, or corporate too, how do you make a photo shoot more comfortable? If I'm nervous and getting ready to go, what do I need to prepare to kind of?
I always admit to my clients, this is weird. It's okay to feel weird. Unless you're a professional model, it is weird having a giant camera in your face.
Yes.
So, that's a big thing, and accepting that, realizing that I know you feel awkward, it's okay. And giving them that safe space to, okay, he's not judging me. I don't have to be perfect. It's like, no, you don't have to be perfect. And there's always that awkwardness with every shoot I do, every single shoot, that the first 10, 15 minutes, everyone is awkward because they're not sure. They're so self-conscious about themselves. Am I doing it right? They just need to relax. They need to get out of their own heads. And then that's when things click. When they get out of their own heads and just relax. And then it becomes a conversation. And we're just chatting. You say, okay, stand over here, do this. Why don't you pose like this? And I try to make it as real and as natural as possible because that shows off whoever the subject is, whether it's a family, whether it's a couple, or a business person.
Now, I know you've had tons of experience also focusing on commercial and corporate product. Is that something that you're still interested in doing?
Oh yeah, of course. It's always interesting to show, I consider myself a craftsman. And every time you try a new project, you're working on your craft. How do you make it better? How do you provide a better product, a better service to your customers? And with product photography, you get, every different thing has a different type of specialty that you need to showcase, whether it's food, whether it's makeup, or cars. I've done all three, and every one of them is very different, but they're also really specialized and really unique and interesting.
Absolutely. I think for those that may not know Piotr caliber of work, because it's such a visual thing, right? So the Bears Paw publication here, but Could you tell us, like, the cars and things that you're working with, the caliber of the businesses that you're working with, some clients that you've had in the past?
I usually deal with the higher end stuff. McLarens, like Lambos.
Those are huge.
Massive
Yeah.
brands that they're a specific look that they have to have. Like I actually did a private shoot for a client. He has a Lamborghini Urus, Corvette C8, and a Ferrari. I don't remember which model of Ferrari, but yeah, he has all.
A good one.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Ferrari.
he has all three, and he wanted them properly photographed.
Yeah.
And he hired me to do it.
Well, that's the thing, is they're so particular with their eye and the attention to detail and what needs to be here to hit that threshold. So that's just what I wanted to make sure that the audience understood.
Okay, I want to go back to a word you just used, properly photographed. Now, we live in an age where everybody has a camera. We almost forget that the phone is actually a phone and that we can call it and use it to call people because we do so many other things with that technology. Why would I ever, when I have the thing in front of me and I'm able to do it, why and when would I call someone like you?
Well, are you a storyteller? Like, how are you trying to communicate with your customer, even your family? Like, if you're trying to do a great family photo shoot, you're not going to do it with a selfie. I mean, yes, that moment is a lot of fun, but are you going to hang that on your wall? Are you going to give that to grandma and grandpa? No, you're not. When you think about the classic portrait, it's done by a professional because the person on the other side of the camera sees the bigger picture, sees all the moving parts, sees, okay, little Johnny needs to move in a little bit closer. You need to lift your chin a little bit. Finding the right location, and also what's the end result? Where is this photo going? Is it going on a website? Is it going on an Instagram page, or are you hanging it on a wall? All these different things factor into how you photograph it.
Absolutely, and lighting is super important, and I feel like people don't always understand that when they're trying to shoot it. There's a lot of trial and error, right? And there's a lot of learning along the way, but yeah, definitely if you're looking for that experience that's fun from start to finish, those high quality pictures that you're gonna look at and you're like, wow, I'm so proud of the way that this turned out in that moment in time. And that's what I love about photography too, right? I found myself, I like to take pictures too, but as a historian, right? That's capturing that moment in time.
It's the one thing that in our lives, we as much as video is, and this is video as well, as much as it's so massive, we always go back to photos. The still image still means so much to everyone's lives because you're not going to pull out a bunch of videos to take home or something, but you are going to pull out an album. You are going to pull out a picture book, and that still photograph resonates so much with ourselves, our subconscious, our families, everything.
So, I know you go out, you set up the photos. First 10, 15 minutes, they're uncomfortable, awkward, they start to get comfortable in their skin, you get a great photo, and you're done, right? You get the great photo, and but you don't ever have to touch a photo or fix a photo.
There's always retouching. There's like everything that I do goes through some level of like retouching. It's never, but I try to keep things as real as possible. I don't believe in slimming people down. It's just not something that I do. Everyone is beautiful. Everyone is amazing in their own right. And just let's showcase that. Like, I mean, I myself, I could lose 20 pounds. I know that, but I'm still me. This is who I am. And when I photograph my clients, I want to tell them, you are beautiful. You are wonderful. You need to accept who you are. And it's everything from the clothes you wear. Wear what you feel good in, because if you feel good in it, you're gonna look good. And then same with yourself, you don't need to be slimmed down. You just need to accept that you're amazing, and let's have some fun.
So now there's a photographer I want to work with instead of the photographer, and you would know this better than anybody else, Victoria, based on your previous fashion experience. I don't want to work with somebody, and it's not necessarily the photographer, but I don't want to work in that environment where you're not enough. It's great to work with a photographer that tells you you're better than you think you are.
I think that's what is moving forward in the industry, and that's what's a really beautiful thing to see too, because I started in the film and fashion industry 11 years ago. And the Numa team and what we're doing there, and why I love partnering with all these different artists, is we're changing the standard of beauty and what that means. That includes age, that includes size, that includes ethnicity, that includes sexuality, that includes everything. And just being like, there is so much beauty in you being exactly who you are. And that is enough, and that is more than that is what the world needs to see, is that authenticity.
And that when you look at it from a business perspective, your clientele is a lot more savvy than most owners give them. They don't realize how smart other customers are, and showcasing that authenticity proves your credibility. So instead of trying to fake it, just be real.
And if I want to find you, because I need some real photos, because I keep doing this change,
Authentic.
Peter, I'm sorry.
Hey.
Where would I go to find Peter?
So multiple ways. My Instagram is @Filipek Photo. My website is www.filipekphotography.com, and my phone number is 403-830-9884.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to have you. So coming up next, we have Jody Bartley from KB Stronger. She can help you be strong no matter what stage you're at. She's just an amazing lady, and her story is incredible. You got to stay tuned. Looking forward to seeing you again on The Local Connection.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Local Connection. Remember, implement those marketing gems and watch your business soar. I'm Jen, signing off with inspiration. Until next time.